Have you straddled a chakra today, Rachel?
Yes, my root. But we're not here to talk about the root.
We're here to talk about the sacral chakra. Have you straddled your sacral chakra today?
We're about to. We're about to do it to... Oh,
wow. That is a different podcast altogether.
I was about to be like, we were about to do it together, but not.
Nope. We're not going to do that together.
Everybody has to individually straddle your own sacral chakra.
There are a lot of things that we do together as friends. Straddling the sacral chakra is not one of them, right?
No. Hard pass.
Shall we welcome everybody?
Yep.
Welcome to Two Mystic Mamas.
Now Krystyn's just having impure thoughts.
No, I was just thinking about that Red Bull starting a course.
Also, we have found that if we give Krystyn some sort of energy drink when we record the second podcast episode in a day, it just turns into like an amazing content creation session. I mean, she just turns into a different Krystyn.
Krystyn's brain just pops right on.
It's very creative. How did you sing?
I don't know.
You sat down.
I know. I can't even recreate it.
And you were like, we're going to talk about the sacral chakra.
Something like that. I wrote a jingle. It has since fled the building.
A He-Man.
What?
80s
there
type
was no
cartoon.
He-Man in my sacral chakra song.
You know what I mean? Like an 80s cartoon jingle. You're soaring in.
I was soaring in on my straddled chakra.
All right, so this is the...
So glad we have our team of light to uplift me and fly me in. Moving on. It's okay. Everything's fine.
Second chakra.
We're talking about the sacral chakra, you guys, if you haven't figured it out.
Bless. Where is the sacral chakra located, Krystyn?
It is, right, through the abdomen and to the sacral spine. There it is. It's basically your reproductive organs.
Yes. In both men and women.
The ovaries and the testes.
That's right.
I don't know why I felt the need to make this You guys, this is going to be a very special episode. So, back to the sacral chakra we go.
Second episode in our chakra series. If you missed the other two, we have a chakra one-on-one, which goes over all of the
Wait, we have a one-on-one or a 101?
A one-on-one?
101.
101.
Chakra 101.
101.
Chakras for dummies, guys.
Chakras for dummies.
For dummies.
Rachel should chakra for dummy herself. And then the root chakra. We have a root chakra episode. So go listen to those if you are so inclined. All right. So, Krystyn, what color is the root chakra? Okay, Krystyn, what color is the sacral chakra?
Orange.
Orange. Aren't you glad I didn't say banana? So yeah, the sacral chakra is right above the root chakra. And the root was, all about your ego. It's your security in this world. And then the sacral chakra is similar in some regards, very much connected to the root, right? Like
but more emotional.
Way more emotional. Mm-hmm. This is where your sensuality lies. This is where
your creativity.
Yep.
Sex. This is where your sex lies.
The sex of
Here
the sex.
lies sex.
Or sensuality, the sacredness of that neck of the woods. And it is a really important chakra. This one for me, I tend to have been focusing a lot of energy as of late because my left hip has been maybe out of whack. I would say my chakra is underperforming. I have an underactive sacral chakra.
Well, it's also very much connected to the sciatic nerve.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
That and the solar plex, but for sure, right in that neck of the woods. Yep. So it can be a disconnection from emotions. These are signs that your sacral chakra is out of balance. So again, if we envision our chakras as spherical balls of energy, can't even control herself.
I can't.
Just have a sip of your Red Bull. So I am going to read through a list of them and let me know if any of these resonate. Do you think you have a blocked sacral?
I think that I did for a large part of my life.
Okay.
And I did a lot of work on that.
Yes.
So I'm interested to hear what your characteristics are.
Okay.
Because I'm going to reevaluate myself while you talk about it.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's fair. Blocked or underactive. So this would be disconnection from emotions, lack of creativity or sexual repression, guilt around pleasure, difficulty forming close relationships, shame or numbness in the body.
You know, it's interesting because during the time of my life when I think that I probably struggled the most with my sacral chakra and I struggled the most with my self-esteem and feeling that disconnect with my physical body was kind of interweaved with these cycles of like huge creativity. So not all of that 100% hits for me.
Right. It's like anything else. I don't think it has to be all or not, but I think some of these would hit and then others wouldn't. Because I've never had a disconnection from my emotions. Ever.
Right.
Like never
Now,
once.
I will say that I have very strong powers of disassociating when I need to.
Sure.
But that's a tool that's in my toolbox that I only pull out when I'm like triggered to do so. For the most part, I'm like very in tune with my emotions.
Yes. Yep. And I think that's like one of my superpowers too. And then if you have an overactive sacral chakra, these are some of the signs: codependency, emotional overwhelm, obsessive thoughts about sex, validation, or control, and addictive behaviors.
I feel like if you've ever known anybody that's had any of those things kind of raging at the same time, it feels like it's very easy to see all of it at the same time when it's really overactive like that. Because I think one of those things kind of feeds into the other.
Yes. And so when you think about, you know, the sacral chakra, and if you're listening and you're like, oh, I have some of the things that are underactive, or you have some of the things that are overactive, you know, the whole point of bringing your chakras into alignment is to just get them in the middle of both, right? You just want them to be spinning at a high frequency, but not out of balance. You want to keep them somewhat in balance, right? You envision your spine, you envision the chakras on the spine. That's a good visualization of if you think yours is underactive or overactive, how can you apply energy to that? And one of the things that I do a lot if I am doing a meditation, specifically around my sacral, is I will lie with my heels together, my feet together, and I will open my hips.
Oh, like a butterfly.
Yep. So it really allows that energy to flow and to be open.
Well, and the sacral chakra is associated with that yin feminine energy. So I think if you are feeling as though this part of your body or your energy center is either overactive or underactive, tapping into that divine feminine can really be beneficial. And that's not just for women, honestly.
Correct.
You know, men and women can tap into both their masculine and feminine sides. So that's one of those things that people don't really want to acknowledge, that we have both masculine and feminine qualities within us.
Yeah.
So this chakra does lean towards the feminine, and that's one really great way to heal.
Yeah, for sure. And it's also associated with the element of water. And so when you think about the fluidity, it just made me think of sex. Just those, you know, how our bodies operate when we start to get ready for any exploration when it comes to that too, is that movement. It's that human nature. It's that beautiful part of being a dynamic woman or man, and just allowing that. And I think in our society, especially living in the United States, it's very taboo. It's very hush hush. It's not something that we openly talk about.
Sensuality or the chakras in general?
No, I'm talking more about how the sacral chakra embodies the sensual and the sexual part of being a human.
Gotcha.
And how that is, for the most part, frowned upon.
Yeah.
So it's something you can do in private. It's not something you have to do out in the public realm, though those lovely people exist out there. So I do think that this chakra in general is one that probably a lot of people, it's underactive, I would have to imagine.
Right.
So,
well, I think for a lot of women that have children, it is underactive, right? Because you're giving so much energy elsewhere. But this is one of those chakras that it's also connected to the moon. We mentioned earlier that it's attached to emotions. versus just causing straight suffering for yourself, if that makes sense.
I think you should expand.
So if you're talking about being emotional, right, which gets a bad rap, of course, we've talked about this before. Imagine that someone says something to you, right? And then you're reacting to what they said and causing more problems for yourself rather than just like grounding in the moment and being like, okay, I can't control this. That can be one of those little indicators that your chakra is not functioning properly. If you feel that need to react, rather than to kind of turn the other cheek, so to speak, that can be an indicator that like, hey, maybe you should give your sacral chakra a little love.
And when you do that, like just by placing your hand, you know, above where the chakra is located and just sending it energy, that's a great way to just calm it down.
I mean, putting your hand on your abdomen, crystals that align with that.
Yes, let's
essential oils that align with that. Those are all really great ways to honor.
Yes.
What oils do you have over there?
Oh, I brought a bunch. These oils that I have, some of them in front of me here, they support emotional expression, sensuality, creativity, and body wisdom. And you can use these in a morning ritual, in a self-massage, diffusing. You can anoint them on your lower body, some of them. Don't ever put oils inside yourself, okay? Let's just put that out there as a little tidbit. They cannot be used as a lubricant, okay, people?
Oh, God.
Hey, you know, people need to just hear those words.
Okay, wait.
Do not use essential oils as a lubricant.
I had a conversation.
Your clit will not thank you.
So there was a woman. Well, she went to the doctor with a prolapsed uterus.
Yes.
She stuck a potato in her vagina to keep her uterus from falling out.
Oh my God. Bless.
Don't do that, guys. The sacral chakra will not be happy. Do not put a potato in your vagina.
I can think of a lot of other things that won't be happy either, but
I mean,
it does happen, but I think the best course of action is go see your fucking doctor.
But she put a potato up there to keep it in place, I guess.
I'm trying to visualize this, and it's
why? Why are you trying to visualize?
Just because
this?
I'm thinking about like, I mean, what potato?
I didn't ask questions.
Little golden potatoes, a giant Idaho potato, maybe some red-skinned potatoes. We don't know. A russet potato.
Final answer.
Cool story, Krystyn.
You're welcome.
Okay, so back to the oils. I don't have all.
Do not put these oils or potatoes in your vagina, guys.
First one I have here is a citrus blend. And naturally, citrus, it's all about your emotions. They tend to make you feel happy. So if you're feeling kind of down, feeling kind of out, you can smell some citrus oils. This is a blend. This particular one said sweet orange, but this is a blend of all of them.
Does it have bergamot in there?
This has orange, tangerine, grapefruit, lemon, mandarin orange, and spearmint.
Oh, a little mint in there.
So pass that around so you guys can just give it a little smell. So uplifting, joyful, opens creative flow, emotionally cleansing, and mood boosting. So any citrus related essential oil is good. Again, diffuse, put on the lower belly where your sacral chakra is. Then you have ylang ylang. So this is sensual, soft, reconnects with pleasure, and it balances emotional extreme. This is super floral. I like ylang ylang in blends. I don't love it by itself. It's like way too intense for me. Jasmine, which I do not have, and patchouli, which I don't have, acts as an aphrodisiac, heart opening, confidence enhancing, helps release shame around desire. So if you have anything related to feeling shame about having sexual desire, sexual dreams, things like that, that can help that to dissipate and to release and transmute that. Patchouli, earthy groundings. It's so funny when it says sensual, because patchouli for me has always been one of those funky ones. And then the other ones I brought are Palo Santo. And I know that you wanted to chitty chat. This is calming, centering. It enhances meditation, emotional depth. Also, Palo Santo you can burn to cleanse your space, transmute any lower frequency negative energy to the light. And then Clary Sage, which balances hormones. It supports your intuition and it connects the sacral to the third eye. So really good for creative channeling. So yeah. And then the other ones that I brought, this is Clarity, which I thought was good. And that is a blend, but really lovely. That has a whole bunch of different ones in it. And then this is Stress Away. So again, if you're feeling overwhelmed, you want to ground in, that is one that you can use. Yeah, that's nice. That has vanilla in it too.
I could tell there's something woodsy.
So essential oils, I'm a big essential oils girl.
She is. Do you remember that time in Benjamin's? Nope. Not Benjamin's.
Yeah, what the fuck's Benjamin's?
Do you remember that? Do you remember that time in Belvedere's?
Oh, yes. Oh, my God. Yes. Oh, this was such a funny story. So this was after your divorce. Mm-hmm. You were dating somebody at the time, but it was ending.
Oh, no, it had already gone.
It had already ended?
It had already gone. And I think Charlie and I we hadn't dated yet, but we were friends. And
yes,
I mean, we knew each other for a while, but we had like started talking again.
But we had a couple girlfriends that were also kind of out on the prowl and like,
yes.
Anyways, we were at Belvedere's, which is a local long-standing establishment, and we were all out dancing. And some guy.
Wait, to preface this, she slathered me in essential oils. Like my whole neck, she had come up behind me like before we left.
Yes.
And just covered me in any essential oil.
This is what happens when you give me a little bit of alcohol and I have my purse still on me. I'm like,
I mean,
you probably need all of this protection and healing and love.
I can't even imagine what I smelled like.
I was like, just
apparently good to this guy.
Yeah, apparently you attracted him right to your neck and he just licked you.
Come up.
Like, who does this? Who walks up to someone and just licks them?
Who licks somebody's neck?
And then he had the audacity to get pissed off at her because now he had essential oils all over his tongue. Dickhead.
Who does
tongue
that?
licker.
God, I hope he's listening. Listen here, tongue licker. Wait, no. Tongue licker. Neck licker.
You do have to use your tongue to lick. You ridiculous tongue licker, you.
Oh, God. Who does that?
It made,
well, I hope he learned a lesson.
I mean,
don't just go around.
I remember him getting like pissed off and being like, what the fuck is on your neck? And you're like, why the fuck are you licking me?
Right.
Like,
why do you just go up and lick random people?
Yeah. I was like, oh, well, that's what you get.
Right.
Also, essential oils do not taste great on your tongue, if you're also wondering. They smell nice. They don't taste so nice.
No.
Don't do it. Well, don't say no to using them. Now, what does this make you think of? I don't know why I just did that motion.
Why did you do that motion?
I don't know. Fun story about this.
We've had a lot of fun stories.
I know,
today.
we really have. You know, we love to thrift, and we are very good thrifters, all of us. So much so that we are constantly giving each other gifts.
Yes.
I gave Krystyn and Charlie a salad spinner today that we scored. It was great. We were at the thrift store and somebody had donated a giant bag of crystals. And now some of them, there were some seashells by the seashore. There was some seashells in there. There was also some like plastic stones and whatever, but there was a shitload of legit crystals.
That's awesome.
For $5. It was a grab bag.
Oh, I love that.
So this isn't all of them, but these are the ones that I just had out for the buck moon. Took the buck moon and put them outside.
What do you got in your bag?
So
I see some sunstone in there.
There's some sunstone. There is red jasper. And I believe carnelian is the other one.
This is carnelian, isn't it? Oh, let me see.
Yeah. This is red jasper.
That one is.
Yes, these are red jasper, so we can pass these around so everybody can see. And these are the ones that you guys can pick one if you want one. And then these are sunstones.
Awesome.
So these are all crystals that you can place it directly over the sacral chakra, or you can just carry it in your pocket, or you can just have it in your hand. It doesn't have to be on the sacral chakra, but it does have fantastic qualities.
These are fantastic.
I was very pleased with that thrifting find.
And to be a piece of red jasper so I can display it amongst the others.
So carnelian, this is the classic sacral stone. It stimulates creativity, vitality, sexual confidence. Then you have sunstone, which encourages play, warmth, self-worth. It invites the sacral pleasure without guilt. A couple other ones that are pretty well known are tiger's eye, which is grounding. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Amber, I don't have on my list, but yes, amber for sure is definitely one that would work. So tiger's eye is grounding and protective, keeps you rooted while exploring emotional or sexual healing work. That's another thing that I think we've talked about this on other episodes, but sexual healing, you know, if you've ever experienced some sort of sexual trauma and going through healing process with a professional can be really wonderful. Anyways, tangerine quartz is another one. Moonstone is another one. That's great. And then orange calcite.
I have a great piece of orange calcite that I use often.
Yeah, that it's gentle energy.
Yeah.
Clears old emotional debris and it boosts joy and movement. So these are good, you know, crystals, oils, great for your altars, great for doing certain rituals, certain meditations. You can put them in the bath if you take baths. And again, the placement on the hips, if you are a lady, in your uterus area is really where the sacral is found. Place them there, place them around there, and allow yourself to just be present with yourself while you're doing some of these exercises.
The other thing that you can use them for is the sacral chakra is also associated with lymphatic system. So any sort of lymphatic drainage, massage, using your crystals will just help amplify the energy of what you're doing.
Yeah, and help the flow.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. And the other thing, I just want to touch on this a little bit, is if this is all new to you, Rome wasn't built in a day, you're not going to be healed in a day. So these are things and tricks and tips that you can take and apply over and over and over again. Every time you do it, something new will present itself or be released or be transmuted. So it's, you know, just tread lightly with yourself, but definitely start. Everybody needs sacral chakra work.
Right.
Because as humans, our chakras get clogged. They get gunked up, kind of like a car. Like you have to do an oil change. You have to have that, you know, maintenance on your vehicle. You, in essence, are a vehicle. So take the time to tune yourself up. Give yourself, you know, fill up your window washer fluid, change those tires.
I mean, for a lot of people, it can just be as simple as movement. If you're keeping your body in motion and you're checking in with your body, then you're going to start to kind of realign. But you might, you know, need to see a practitioner, think about Reiki, using crystals, using oils, if you're really feeling particularly unhealthy in any of these ways. And because really the whole goal is being healthy and feeling more connected.
Yes. Yeah. And your spiritual wellness is very much a part of your overall wellness.
Right.
And so if you are resonating with a lot of what we're talking about, there's a very good chance that your sacral chakra needs some help. And if you choose to go, they will spend more time and energy, and most Reiki folks will let you know what has been released.
So I have something interesting to share.
Okay, Krystyn.
I do have something interesting to share, though. When I was doing my research, now I started getting a little bit into palmistry last year. And I didn't get too crazy into it, but I did start to research more because I do want to learn how to read palms.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you're into palmistry at all and you check out where the start of your lifeline is, where it's close to the headline, and then also look at the lower end of the lifeline that's connected to the fate line, wherever these positions are, talks a lot about school friends, love, relationships, family that we have in early life that actually affect us in adulthood, because supposedly the sacral chakra isn't actually formed until 6 months to like 2.5 years of age, is what I've read.
Interesting.
Which is really interesting. So that like events that occur during that time have a big impact on who we are as adults and the health of our sacral chakra.
That's fascinating.
I know.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of study and research that goes into that too. If you think about anybody that does have emotional or physical trauma from childhood,
Addiction,
there's a lot of
repression.
research that goes back to the time in your life when that happened.
Sure.
And then relating that to
It also makes sense why it would
your
be
adulthood. Yeah.
repressed. Why it'd be
Exactly.
easy to repress because
Exactly.
you're just like, I'm going to shut this off.
Right. I would just say start doing your research. If any of the things that we talk about align with you, really start to look. Order yourself a book, dive more deeply into the sacral chakra and how that could be affecting your physical and emotional health, and advocate for yourself. Do the work for yourself. Move your body and allow yourself to heal in those areas.
Yes.
This is not like a one-time thing.
No.
Just like going to the gym is not going to make you
Correct.
fit.
Yeah. So we can end with a little visualization.
Love it.
Okay. If you are in a safe place and you're not driving while listening to this, so if you're driving, please don't close your eyes. But if you are not driving, just make yourself comfortable, get into a comfortable position. It can be standing or sitting. This is going to be quick, but just imagine a swirling orange light below your navel, right where we talked about. And with every inhale that you take in, let that swirling orange light grow warmer and more fluid. And then with every exhale, release any tension, guilt, or numbness. And say to yourself while you're breathing, I am allowed to feel, I am allowed to flow, I am allowed to receive. And I would just say that do this 3 to 5 times, whatever that number is for yourself. And when you're doing your inhales, do a 4 count. So breathe in for 4 and hold for 4 and release for 4. And just be very intentional about it. And then after you're done, see what you feel. And where do you feel it in your body? What comes up for you? What memories, what thoughts come up for you? And that can be a really good place to know where you need to do some work and where you need to show up for yourself. So if you're doing that exercise, maybe have a journal handy so you can jot down some thoughts that come in, and just know that you are allowed to feel the spectrum of all of the things that you feel as a human. There isn't a right feeling, a wrong feeling. It is all valid. And we love you. And we're glad that you're a part of our podcast and a part of this series. This series means a lot to us. It's been really fun doing these episodes for you guys. And it's been helping us to also focus energy on these specific chakras in ourselves.
Thank you guys so much for joining us and supporting us. Go back if you haven't listened to the other Chakras 101 and the Root Chakra episode. And in about 4 to 6 weeks, we'll have another one for you guys.
Yeah, we'll have the solar plex.
All right.
We're going on the rainbow. Taste the rainbow. Roy J. Biv. Roy J. Biv. All right. Peace out.
All the rainbow things, guys.
Always. For me, always all the rainbow.
All right, guys. We love you.
We do.
All right. Bye-bye.